Well, there has been a fresh blow to the tens of thousands of Australians stranded overseas after Singapore announced it will ban flights from the UK. Joining me now live is Mariesa Ferraro, who's stranded in the UK with her husband and 2-year-old child. Mariesa, thank you for joining me. What's it been like for you trying to get home to Adelaide?
It's been incredibly stressful. Every single time there's a new development in Australia or anywhere in the world right now, it just seems to be have dire consequences for people trying to get home.
Now, you have a Singapore Airlines flight booked next year. How concerned are you that that might not go ahead now?
Well, they've definitely been one of the most reliable airlines of, the bunch. But given these overnight developments that I woke up to this morning, it is looking doubtful at the moment. Which there's thousands of us just absolutely in pieces because we don't know how we're going to get home.
How helpful has the Australian government been? Have you been offered to get on one of the government's repatriation flights?
Yeah, they've really not been helpful as far as they're trying to say that they are trying to get as many people back as they can. I was actually offered a place on the first repatriation flight that they had, but unfortunately was told that I couldn't take it because my daughter's citizenship hadn't come through yet. So that was really, really disappointing. And as it stands right now, there doesn't appear to be any more in the pipeline, but I do know there's a lot of us kind of shouting about it, making a lot of noise. So hopefully our voices get heard and there is some action taken there because that's really what's needed.
You're stranded with your husband and your 2-year-old child. You've got a young family. How are you all coping?
It's just taking a real toll. Like, it's emotional. It's a complete roller coaster. I know that the pandemic, no matter where you are in the world right now, it's a hard thing to deal with. No one's been through this before. But just the fact that we cannot get home is absolutely outrageous. It's really, really shocking. And that is the least that we could do. It's driving up prices of the flights that are available. And then you're paying these thousands and thousands just to get back. And there's no guarantee that you'll even make it onto the plane. So it's just a complete roller coaster from day one. Like, it's just been so incredibly hard.
Yeah. And what is it like in the UK at the moment, of course, particularly being in lockdown in the lead up to Christmas?
The mood is just really, really dark. It's a really scary time because it's escalating so much. And then you've also got the combination of Brexit as well, which is it just doesn't seem to be getting any better. And I mean, I can definitely say I'm one of the fortunate ones. I've got a roof over my head. I'm here with my family. There are so many younger Australians that were over here, maybe on working holidays and things like that are stuck in London. They're on their own. They're relying on their credit card and the kindness of strangers and friends to survive right now. So there are just thousands and thousands in that situation, and it's just terrifying.
Mariesa, what's next for you? Is there any hope that you might get some good news soon?
I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up, put it that way. There was a glimmer of hope with February, but you just don't know. You could wake up to any kind of new outbreak in Australia. There could be the laws change, borders close. It could be absolutely anything overnight. Every little announcement, it just kind of is quite heart-stopping. So I'm going to hold on to the fact that, crossing fingers and toes, that we will make it in Feb. Things could change so much between now and then. It's really hard to say, isn't it?
It is. I guess it's an unfolding situation. Fingers crossed, Mariesa, that you and your family get some good news soon. I appreciate you joining us on Sky News this morning to tell your story.
Thank you so much for having me.